Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Rob.
And this is part 2 of our journey along the southwest coast path. The previous episode saw us walk the 123 miles from our starting point in Minehead to where we currently were. We rejoin our walk in Bude, where sea, spray and rain joined to form a single wet blanket that covered us. So this morning we woke up and it's raining again, and I put my little waterproof thing over my bag, and Joe got his bin bag out, put it over his like he's been doing for the last 12 years with that same bag. Took it to Australia, New Zealand, across Europe. Told me his stuff's got wet multiple times, but unfortunately his bag didn't have a rainproof cover. I said, well, Joe, haven't we got like the same bag? So we lifted it up to the bottom, and what do you know? Brand new waterproof cover that's been in the same little pocket for the last 12 years. We've mixed emotions today. Pretty happy he's found it. Pretty pissed off at himself that he never found it at all. Oh, that's funny. And there he is, trying to find a way across the water. Boots ain't waterproof. Stopping for food, we battled ever-changing landscapes and had these constant reminders of just how far we had left to go. Dodging showers, we worked our way to Crackington Haven, where the next morning, the weather stopped messing around. The morning walk was absolute chaos, a crack of dawn to start and almost no visibility. It seemed absolutely mental, and it was, but there was nothing in the world we'd rather be doing. Half 6 in the morning, Crackington was over there, hard to see now because of the mist. Off to a flyer. Some view for a bench. So just making our way into Boss Castle now. Little flat turn up to a place called Beanie Cliff. What a morning, we left at about 6. Walk through mist, can barely see anything in front of us. Sideways, a little dagger rain. Cows appearing out of nowhere. Crazy morning. Really good fun though. Poor Isaac. Hey. Taking time in Port Isaac to recharge, we found a pub and relaxed. Off he goes, Mr. Joe. What a change of weather. Looking up towards Padstow. Over there. Want to get myself a new bag. This one was currently split. Worried about all my stuff falling out every single step I take. Oh, look at that. I was becoming increasingly worried about my bag gripping, so we powered on to try and make the last ferry of the day.
Life target and life raft for all of the passengers. There's a massive rain feature throughout the journey.
Despite Padstow's charm, we're both keen to collect my new bag and get back out onto the trail. So, stayed at Youth Hostel last night, camped in the garden. Woke up this morning, planned to plough onto Newquay, taking my tent down, and the pin that goes into the pole has ripped out the seam, so it'll be impossible for me to put my tent up now. So I'm going to try and power through to Newquay and see if we can get a refund for the tent that I got, because I only used it a few times. We have arrived in Newquay.
We're a little bit overwhelmed by just how busy Newquay was, so we're keen to get our replacement gear and get back out on the trail as soon as we could. But after battling the hordes of tourists, we came around the corner and we found this pub, and I still think it holds the crown as the nicest spot to have a pint of I've been in my entire life. We slept behind the dunes and were up at the crack of dawn. I remember being unbelievably grateful for what I was doing in this moment. Being out and about and free and not a slave to an alarm clock or getting up for work. Pre-warning, if you're a bit squeamish, I'd look away now.
Oh my god. So we decided we're going to try and get to Land's End by Tuesday, which is very doable, but we're going to say Friday. I think it's about 60 miles, 4 days, so it's not been too bad, 18, 17 miles a day. What do we have here, Joe?
A Cornish breakfast pasty.
And would you rate it?
Well, 0 out of 10. It's a mess. It's a mess.
So you have a little bite.
Oh, it's disgusting. Look at it. Whoa! That's horrific.
I got a bit bored of making the animated map, so here's a stagnant one. We're 202 miles down with 428 left. The next day was tough. Temperatures got increasingly hot and the shade became increasingly harder to find. Small pools between the valleys offered our only relief, and we took our time to soak our hats before moving on. A mixture of fatigue and dehydration had made me feel quite unwell by the end of this day, so we found a nice campsite and relaxed. Piece of flapjack, normally like £3 in the shop, 45p. Madness. 4-pack of Guinness, £4.49 in a campsite. After leaving our tiny friends, we started to get our first glimpses of St Ives, somewhere we didn't expect to get for another day or so I think maybe 2 pages in our book got stuck together. Of course I blame Joe.
St Ives, baby!
Hell yeah!
Joe. The beauty of St Ives was initially lost on me. I was recovering from my first batch of sunstroke. I was sleep deprived and my feet hurt like they'd never hurt before. Look away now if you're squeamish.
Foot update. Nice.
We decided to spend another day here, nursing our broken bodies and replacing kit from Mountain Warehouse that had obviously failed. Having left St Ives, my mood was pretty low.
having a pretty shit time at the moment, to be honest with you. I don't really want to film it, but I also want to give an accurate representation of the highs and lows of the trip. The sun won't stop shining, which I know is nice, but it's relentless. I'm exhausted, can't get enough sleep. I feel a bit flat and irritated. That's the way it goes, isn't it? Nature of the beast. I need to try and be appreciative of where I am and what I'm doing, instead of focusing on what I don't have, but it does get quite overwhelming. Obviously in the video you just get snapshots, but you don't get all the grinding miles in between, stuff like that.
So yeah, a little moan there, but it didn't really take away from what I was experiencing. I know it seemed like I was down, but I was still loving every moment of being there. But maybe just a bit less than if my toes hadn't been worn down to stumps.
There we go, made it to Land's End. Not what I was expecting really. So many people here in like cafes and stuff. So unbelievably hot. We've only walked about 6 miles today, but it feels like we've done 11 or 12. We're going to go try find the sign for the John O'Groats to Land's End and pretend to people we've just finished it. Nah, not really. We're going to see it anyway because it's a good thing, future reference maybe. Oh, nice though.
Arriving at Land's End felt like a milestone, so it feels like a good spot to end part 2 of our video.